Hey everyone, I get asked a lot of questions, as you can imagine, around raising investment and how to approach investors and ultimately how you can progress your business to a state in which you can successfully raise investment and convince investors that your business is the one to back. So what I want to do over the next few weeks, and maybe this will continue much longer than that, is answer some of the questions that I get asked most, or those that are most interesting for me to answer as well, that I get posted either through my Facebook group or my LinkedIn channel or other methods through conversations with founders. And I want to share them with you. So I'm going to do a series of videos over the coming weeks where I just answer one question at a time, keep it really short and try and keep it as concise as possible, and take it from there. We'll see where this goes. But yeah, I thought I'd like to share as much of that information with you, because if one person has that question, then I'm sure many of you have that question as well. So I'm going to start with a question from Nicholas Chronias, who asks, what's more important, the idea or the team behind the idea? So this is a really great question, and ultimately, for me, it's the team behind the idea. So there's a number of things that you yourself, if you're a sole founder, or your team need to be able to demonstrate to an investor to successfully raise investment. The first is that you're highly resourceful, that you can pitch your idea to people and get them to buy into that vision, get them to buy into that idea. And when that happens, when you become an entrepreneur that can successfully pitch their idea and get people excited about what you're trying to achieve, then you become highly resourceful. You can attract talent when you want to attract talent. You can attract cool commercial partnerships to open up to new networks, new customers, new products. And you can attract capital when you need it as well. And all of these things happen to entrepreneurs who can pitch really well. They become highly resourceful. They can access all of these great things that are going to help their business succeed. So that's the first thing that they're looking for from you as an entrepreneur. The second is that you understand the financial risks and the financial rewards, that you're able to understand the financial progress that your company will make, and you understand not just the risks or not just the potential rewards, that we focus on. We focus a lot on the revenue in 5 years' time and how many millions that will be, but also understanding the financial risks along the way. How many rounds of investment are you going to need? When you take that investment, how long is it going to last you, and how much cash is going to be in the bank at the end of the day? Are you going to have 2 or 3 months buffer, or are you running your account down really low to the point that if you don't raise that investment, the business is going to go bust? And you give yourself no wiggle room because things change and plans change. So you need to make sure you understand those potential risks, and also the risks that you're asking that investor to take, because you're asking them to take a substantial risk on you and your team if you have one. And then finally, the other thing is that you need to have a plan for implementation. You need to be able to show that you understand how to create commercial success. So what's that plan from getting from where you are now to where you want to be in 3, 4, 5 years time? How are you going to deliver a return on investment for that investor so that they can see the potential opportunity from investing in your idea? And it's not just about pitching the opportunities, but how are you going to get there? What's the implementation strategy in the short term, but also the long term? Because ultimately, it's the team, it's you as the founder that the investor is investing in. They want to be able to see that you can generate them a commercial return, and that you have the strategy, the implementation ability to pull that off and make that happen. Because if they don't believe that, it doesn't matter how good your idea is. And there is loads of people out there with incredible ideas that can't raise investment, and that's because investors don't believe that they're the founder that can make this happen. They're not highly resourceful. Then they don't understand the financial risks. They don't understand how to create commercial success. They don't have that implementation strategy. So unless you can express to an investor that you're these 3 things, unless you can say you're highly resourceful, you can make stuff happen, you can get people to come and work for me, I can get corporate partnerships, I can get capital, unless you can say I understand the financial risks I'm asking you to take, here's how I'm going to mitigate those risks, and here's the potential reward at the end of it, and here's the strategy I'm going to implement over the next 12 to 18 months with the cash that you give me today, but here's what I'm going to do over the long term, over the next 5 years or so, to deliver you a return on investment. Unless you can say these three things, then it doesn't matter how good your idea is. So for me, the answer to that question, what's more important, the team or the idea, is absolutely the team. An investor in a Q&A that I did recently said that 20% of his decision making is based around the idea. The rest is all around the founder's ability to execute it, and I think that sums it up nicely. So hopefully that answers your question, Nicholas, and hopefully that's answered some or given some insights to some of you as well. And I'll record another video very soon with an answer to another question. In the meantime, if you have a question that you want to be a part of this series, then feel free to drop it in the comments below, and I'll add it to the list of questions I've got to go through over the coming weeks. But that's all from me today. I hope that's given you a little bit of insight, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.